What up, what up, what up? Sports fans all over the world. It's your boy Mac, the Giants fan. I'm sitting here with my guys, Adam Costas, Zion Zenith, NYGJeffyT. This one is for you. It's a special edition of the Premium Takes Podcast, a special tribute to the one and the only NYGJeffyT. We will always be loved, bro. We will miss you forever, bro. Mourn you until we join you. Hit that intro, baby. What is going on out there? What is going on, everybody? This is the Premium Takes Podcast, special tribute to our fallen horsemen, NYGJeffyT, man. Everybody, this is going to be a tough one to get through, man. But at the end of the day, man, Jeff's memory deserves to be honored, man. And we're going to definitely do that today, man. Tonight, got a couple special things, lined up, ready for y'all, man. Just everybody just buckle up, man, because Jeff was a special one, and his memory will live on forever, man. That flame is going to always burn, with these horsemen, and that seat is going to always be right there for Jeff, man. No one is ever going to take that seat. That's always going to belong to Jeff. He's always going to be a part of this and everything we do, man. Adam, Zion, man, you guys got anything, man?
Man, this you never know when somebody has an impact on you until they're gone, right? And I'll tell you a story. When I heard the news, obviously everyone heard the news differently. I didn't know it was going to hit me as hard as it did, and it means that Jeff was a part of my life for a year, and a big part, of my sports life. The energy that I put out there, a guy like him saw it. And when he, left this earth, it was one of those pains I haven't felt in a while. I was like, man, I lost a horseman. I lost a brother. I lost a compadre, a friend, and most of all, a brother, and we built a brotherhood that I never thought I could. I never thought that I would know somebody across the YouTube atmosphere and make a friend and a friend who I'm sure we're going to talk on many stories, but a friend who really helped me in certain times. So Jeff, this one's for you. We'll ride 4 horsemen forever for life.
Absolutely. 4 horsemen forever for life. And we love you, we miss you, Jeff. We wanted to make this special tribute stream for you. You'll never be forgotten, and the memories will always be shared forever. When it happened, it took all of us by storm. It didn't really hit me. I was mostly just confused, and I couldn't believe it at first. And it only hit me later that night when I really had a moment, and I broke down. And I'm gonna miss you, man. But this stream is about rejoicing and happiness because you're in a better place. You leave this world and you ascended. And we're going to fly with you one day, Jeff. So, this is going to be a special stream tonight. We're going to let people on. We're going to have an open conversation. And we're going to talk about sports because this is not a sad day, guys. This is a happy day. Jeff is left this plane and onto a better plane. So we're going to cry. We're going to laugh. We're going to have fun tonight. This is about fun. And this is about Jeff, guys. Back to you, man.
Absolutely, man. Everybody, man, just thank you for everybody that's in the chat right now. Wells, Chad, Schrader, Levance, no Mets, no Nets, no Jets. Unpopular opinion, aka NYG22. AK Eagles Uncensored, man. Coach Ed, Mitch, big task at hand. We appreciate you guys in the chat right now, man. Most definitely. Thanks for coming through. And actually, I wasn't sure when I was going to drop this, but at the same time, I think no time better than the present, man. Man, this is the epitome of Jeffery
I
Turner
don't
right
care
here,
at this
man.
point. San Francisco could put out one of us as the starter at quarterback.
I mean, Taylor Heineke came out. He had himself not an amazing game, but he had himself a efficient game. 26 for 32, passed for 256 yards. He had a touchdown and no interceptions. He had 110 quarterback rating, so that's pretty solid for his first week. For that last week,
Zach Wheeler, Noah Syndergaard, Steven Matz, and who's the fifth one? Jacob DeGrom. Starting pitching's great. We're going to be blowing people away. I don't even think the starting pitching all pitched at one time together. WWE is in the position that they are now, and why they transition more to the indie style based wrestling, compared to what they used to be back in the 90s and the 2000s, where it was more about the big macho man guys.
Eagles fans, this is not making you a Super Bowl team. And say Boston, because the way they came together as a team, the way they play defense right now, the way Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have stepped up their game, Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year.
How good of a defensive player is Brunson? Because Bridges is all NBA defense. That dude is one of the top defensive players at his position. Yes!
Oh, wow.
Yes! Let's go! That's exactly what I wanted, and that's exactly what we're getting, baby.
Okay.
Let's go!
Okay.
That's my top guy on the boards, and Deontay Banks is a New York freaking Giant. Let's go, baby!
Yeah, that video just sums up Jeff right there. I want to extra special thanks to our fellow horseman, Zion, for that very special video he put together, man. That was really amazing, and just really sums up exactly the brother that Jeff and the man that he was, man. I miss him so much. Just having random conversations with him, just talking to him about sports and everything else in between, man. And Jeff was definitely he was a special one, man. Definitely a special one.
Got
Definitely a brother
G
to
Nation
G-Nation here about to bring in.
Absolutely. What's up, G Nation? Thank you for joining us today. We're gonna have an open discussion about Jeff size and how's everybody doing tonight. And we're gonna bring on you guys slowly by slowly as people call in. But the story, Big Lou in the house. Lou, the mic is yours, my friend.
What'd
What you say before you said the reason why?
I said Big Lou's in the house. The mic is yours, my friend.
Is this about Jeff?
This is about whatever you want to be about. If you're talking about sports, this is a premium take open podcast. You want to say a kind words about Jeff. This is about remembering Jeff. And also, he doesn't want us to be sad about his memory. He wants us to have good times and laugh and talk about sports because Jeff loves talking about sports. So you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. What is that, G Nation?
It's kind of
Just
hard
to
to
not
not
be
be
sad,
sad,
though,
though.
you know what I'm saying?
getting some feedback from somewhere.
Zion,
Your phone.
you gotta mute yourself. There it is. There we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Without the echo?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I just came in to support and say it's not the same because it ain't. You don't hear his little voice making little jokes or going on little rants or making his Kenny Galladay predictions. It's not going to be the same, man. It sucks. And I didn't even work with him as much as you guys did, I worked with him in the beginning when we first convinced him to start his channel and we was calling Giants games. But after that, he went out on his own, and then you guys formed your thing, and he got with Unpopular Opinion, and they started their thing, and Hardcore Sports and their thing. So, there's just so much content that I watch had him in it. So now it's like it's going to be different. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if you guys noticed, I only watch Big Blue crew members. I don't watch none of the off-brand other people. That's what I call them. They all off-brand. If you're a Big Blue Crew, you off-brand. You knock off. And Jeff was definitely one of the Big Blue Crew, one of the originals, and just like you guys are, original Big Blue Crew members. Even Adam, Bob Costa's nephew over here.
Well, thank you for those words, Lou.
Thank you for what? That's special.
Well, I mean,
you related to Bob Costas?
Sure. No. Yeah, I wish. All right, but we'd all be in the studio right now.
Let's get some of that Greek money. Come on, man, stop it.
But I just want to say something. Jeff inspired me. See, I'll share a little story here as we go through the show, and AK, you can share some stories as well. How are you doing tonight? Jeff one day had a conversation with me, and it was mostly me being my crazy self watching some NFL Network show and having to call him about my favorite topic. I'm not going to get into it, but
Daniel Jones.
He allowed me to express myself, and then I told him, you know what, I think I'm going to tone it down. Not be so me. And he said, Adam, don't ever not be you. He's like, one of the reasons why I got into this is when I heard you talk, you just authentic with it. You don't care, you're passionate, you understand what you want to say, and you don't back down. And it's interesting, you don't understand what the impact of someone's going to have on you, because remember, I didn't do YouTube for 10 years. I took a hiatus, and it was a guy like Jeff who, when he would talk to you, say, hey man, thanks for putting all this content out and just being a giant fan and passionate about what you do. It really touched your heart, because this is what you got into YouTube for. I left YouTube because things happened where people said some things on their YouTube, and it really was not the message I wanted to convey. So I stopped. But Jeff brought that light back, and he kind of makes me. He's the guy that makes me love the games I used to love being who I am. I took a little break from doing what I normally did in the off season. I'm starting to really love sports again and really find myself. And I think it has to be to you, Mr. Turner, for bringing that light back up in me and bringing that flame again that I used to have as a young man. So thank you so much.
Absolutely, man. AK, welcome to the panel, man. If you have some words, man, for Jeff, you can share, brother.
First off, mad respect to each and every one of you gentlemen up here with me. You guys know we all met about 2 years ago, all of us. We've kind of been hanging out ever since, and Jeff was part of that. And then, fortunately, I had the luxury of bringing him over with me to Hardcore Sports and, working with him a bunch over there. And everything you guys are talking about is real with this kid. All he did was bring the energy each and every day. All he did was care about people, just people in general, and just making people laugh, making them smile. And nicest guy you'll ever meet, man. And I was so fortunate to know him his last 2 years, and I wouldn't know you guys either if it wasn't for him as well. So, I met all you guys at the same time. And it's funny you bring that up there, Adam, because when he joined Hardcore, I asked him if he would start doing the Giant games for the channel, the live play-by-plays. And he said the same exact thing to me that you just said. He was like, AK, I can't really do that. He's like, I get pretty angry sometimes. And whenever I get angry, he's like, I get violent. And he's like, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to portray that. And I said, dude, but do it. That's the feeling, the true hardcore feeling in the moment when it happens. I said, that's what people want to see, bro. I said, and you express it so well. I said, that is what's going to make you, man. And no lie, man, when he did that, kid took off. There was no holding him back. And I had the honor of watching him grow right in front of me, man. And he was an amazing human being.
Absolutely.
I don't think this is too solemn for a pause. That was definitely a pause. You saw him grow in front of you. Pause.
Absolutely, though. But
Was that too serious? You had to make me laugh. I'm sorry. My bad.
but no, I just want like Jeff was like when I first started my channel up, just doing my thing. Thing was moving along a little slow in the beginning, and Jeff was like one of my top supporters, man. I mean, he probably was my top supporter, honestly, man. Jeff used to hit me on Twitter before I even really knew him at all. He would just randomly hit me on Twitter, man, and just be like, "Yo, man, keep doing your thing, man. Your video, putting out great content. Your videos are nice. I look forward to watching your videos every week. Just that extra support, that motivation to keep you going, man. That was Jeff, man. Jeff, it's just you can't words can't describe how special this guy was, man. And we all just took a big hit with Jeff, man. Losing Jeff this past last weekend, man. It's gonna be tough and it's gonna be hard for all of us to move on from this, man, because Jeff was just that important and that special to everybody, man. He impacted all our lives so much in the short time we all knew him. And he's just an amazing person. There's something to say about a guy that can have that kind of impact. I've never even been in the same room with this man. Never even stood in the same room with Jeff and looked him right directly in his eye. We've only ever communicated via the phone, over the computer, and over the YouTube stuff. And it's just, it's Jeff was my guy, man.
Bro, I am an Eagle fan, bro. We have a rivalry.
Right there. Hold up. Read that comment.
I appreciate you all for having this. His mom said he talked about you guys all the time. You all gave him purpose and fueled his passion for streaming. She was proud of him for finding his calling. We appreciated him too, bro. We appreciated him so much. Thank you for joining the stream, Joe Zuleta. I would assume you're a personal friend of his, actually, or a family member, and we appreciate you joining and coming in.
Joe.
We got a question.
I actually know Joe. I've talked to him personally on the phone. I appreciate him coming through. He is Jeffy's 20-year friend. Knew him since high school. So yeah, that's the man right there. He is definitely someone you need to talk to.
What we need from you, Joe, is a contact number for his mom or something. We're trying to set up a GoFundMe or something so we can try to help alleviate some of the burial costs. So if you can put a phone number in the private chat or a name or some type of way to contact her. We're not a bunch of weirdos. We're not, we're just trying to help alleviate some of the pressure in this messed up time. That's all.
Absolutely. Thank you for that comment, Joe, and thank you for being here with us tonight.
Yeah, Joe, that really means a lot. He did find his calling. I remember telling Jeff, "Man, are you on WFAN? Are you a spy from the radio on YouTube? A bunch of guys who are wannabes, right?" And I'm just like, that's why I used to be like, "Jeff, man, you are too good to be on. Sitting out here just letting this content go to waste." And I swear to God, I thought he was at first when I first heard him talk. I'm like, if I heard this guy on WFAN, he must be like a radio host. It turns out it's just who Jeff was, very professional, very passionate, understand. I never knew a guy who could challenge, one, my sports knowledge, my Giants sports knowledge, which is, in my circles is pretty hard. And then the other thing is the guy who basically still had that energy that I had. And I'm like, hey, man, you are everything that this embodies, everything that this embodies, you are. You are what I want to be and what I aspire to be. Your knowledge is great. The passion is great. Like, man, people know I can be intense, but Jeff was just as intense as I was, and his heart was great. And there's one word, if I had to describe Jeff in one word, it'd be a listener, right? That's what he did the best, I think. Besides talking and articulating his point, it was allowing him to listen, right? You to give your opinion and not judge you or be quick with the answer or short with, trying to formulate an answer to rebut you. He just let you talk, process it, and then he would give you his thoughts. And I always thought Jeff, man, if you ever make it big, that'll be your best quality, because it's hard when you listen to some of these radio shows. They don't listen. They just want to talk and fight. And I think we all get into that similar, dynamic sometimes. And the thing I want to take away from him is being a listener. I'm going to try to listen more to people when they speak, so that when you get my answer, it's more well thought out as opposed to just jumping down someone's throat because you're, want to get appointed. But that's what I would say about Jeff.
Hey,
Thank you,
Rodney, why
Rodney.
you come on here with the Professor X glasses on? Sizzy.
What's going on, everybody?
What's going on, Rodney, man? If you want to take the floor, bro, thanks for joining the panel, man.
Oh, by all means. Shoot, I got no words right now, man. When I saw the news and it popped up on Twitter, and I was like, first thing that came to my mind was like, what? No possible way. But rest in power to Jeffy. But I got to be honest with you. When I first met Jeffy, I met him along with listening to Big Pat, UMac, AC, Zion, Lou, and at first Jeffy didn't really talk much. He didn't really say much, and more than anything, it's just him, coming in and putting comments on everybody's, live streams and whatnot, and then he just got it in himself. I'm not sure who talked to him, who spoke to him, who just basically just gave him that push to start doing videos and live streams and everything else and doing more content, but he just blew up. And all the times that I've talked to Jeffy, I've talked to him on a few occasions. Just the energy with this guy. So much energy. He loved the Giants. He loved wrestling. Of course, he loved the Brooklyn Nets. But it's just sports, sports as a, you're right, Lou, sports as a whole. But it was just his energy, man. And it's infectious. Because I couldn't tell you how many times I've been on his streams, a couple of his streams, his live streams when he was doing play-by-play. And it's like his energy makes you want to just literally just get out your seat and jump up and scream just the way he did at times when he's calling plays. I had to say to myself, I'm like, okay, Jeff, you got to calm down just a little bit. Got to calm down. But, it was just the fire in him. So, that's what I got to say. I'm going to miss that guy, man. I'm really going to miss him.
Yeah, Sundays in the fall ain't going to be the same without Jeff, man. It's not going to be the same. I looked forward every Sunday, man, not only just to watching the Giants, but being able to chop it up with Jeff, man, after the games, during the games, before the game. Like Jeff, man, he was just that dude, man. Like everybody's saying, he was the energy, man, that he brought to the table was just amazing, man. It was simply unforgettable, man. Jeff, it's just like I say, he was just a special one, man. Once he broke out of his shell, he broke all the way out of it, man. And he kicked in that door, and like I said, everything he got, he deserved every bit of it, man. His channel grew. I've never known anybody personally whose channel grew the way his did. It was like watching something like amazing. Like he was on his way to being a top guy on YouTube for real, legit. Because he was putting that work in, dropping videos about baseball, basketball, football, wrestling,
everything.
Sprinkle a little hockey in there, whatever. You know what I mean? He did videos in the beginning when he started his channel of him doing like eating stuff, doing like weird like eating contests and things like that and such on his channel. Jeff was that guy, man. Like
his hot dog challenge video. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir, Joe. I will, sir.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable guy, man. I can say that I'm glad that I had the pleasure of getting to know Jeffery Turner, man, aka NYGJeffyyT, man. Because that it meant something to me just being able to know him. Because that's how thorough he was. Like I said, the support he showed this entire New York Giant community, as well as like AK up on the panel, Philadelphia Eagle community. Jeff showed love, man. He showed love to everybody equally, man. And he was always there and support anybody when they needed him, man. If you needed Jeff for a guest spot on the stream, a last second spot, there was times where I got Jeff to do a last second guest spot on the stream with me that it wasn't even planned ahead, but I just needed somebody, and Jeff was right there for me. Johnny on the spot, man. That's the guy Jeff was, man. He was going, if he could make it happen, he was going to make it happen, man. And you could always rely on Jeff. And he's going to be so missed so much, man. So much. It's all dedicated to him this season, man. I'm personally dedicating my especially my New York Giant content all to Jeff, because, like I said in the beginning, I felt like no one supported me as much as he did, man. He encouraged me to keep going in times when I wanted to hang it up because I just was getting frustrated with things. Jeff is the motivation that kept me going, man. And I always be appreciative of that. Always. Oh,
He definitely found his niche and he definitely ran with it. And his knowledge on sports was unmatched. I remember there's so much times where like I'll be breaking down a team and then I'll say maybe like 2 or 3 players and stuff, and I'll let Jeff have the mic, because any NBA team, he'll be able to tell you the roster, the starter, the bench, how much minutes they played last. Like, his knowledge on sports was clearly unmatched, and he's definitely found his niche in the YouTube thing. Like you guys are saying, he came out commenting and always supporting no matter who it was. Multiple YouTubers at the same time, supporting all of us, leaving comments, subscribing to everybody's channel, putting that bell on. And then finally, when he came out, he started slow. But then when he finally found himself, and one thing about Jeff was he was himself. He wasn't a character. He wasn't trying to create anybody else. He was himself. And the knowledge, keeping his fans and the people, we just had, his homie that was a mod for him, Butterfly, thank you so much for being there, you know what I'm saying? Keeping you guys updated, with content about the WWE, news, free agents, about baseball, WWE, all walks of sports. And not only that, food competition on, his hot dog eating challenge, his 4th of July hot dog eating challenge, and the content was unstoppable. And he would have been a force. He would have been a force to be reckoned with in the sports media game. I could see studios like Borstu calling him up, for sponsor deals, and he will always, he was on the path to be something great, and he will always, be remembered. And we got Raphael here tonight, so we're gonna let Raphael say a couple of words.
All right, so hello everybody. Rafael Yacine here, as known as El Capitan Rafucho. So what can I say about Jeffery Turner? I mean, he has a great energy. He has a great soul. He has a great personality. And the first thing that I know about Jeff is on one of those podcasts with the Big Blue Crew, along with Lou, Mac, Joel, and of course with Zion, Adam Costas with the Premium Takes. I mean, this man, Jeff, he makes us happy for all of us, because he gave like a great inspiration to do something what I just love. And when it comes to like every Friday that I come to the show on Friday Football Talk, he always make it happy for all of us. And he was telling me that El Capitan Rafucho. That one just makes me happy, because Jeffrey knows everyone that we support him, and he also he gave me a great advice, and he was telling me that I was getting prepared for what's going for as a content creator, and I gotta tell you folks, without Jeff, there'll be nothing, because Jeffrey is one of the coolest guys that I know for a year, and thanks for him, it gave me an inspiration to do something better on my YouTube channel. And of course, this guy is tremendously incredible, because not only he's doing a play-by-play for the Giants, the Nets, and of course the New York Mets. I have something planned to do something between New York Mets versus New York Mets, the Yankees versus Mets with Jeff. That would be amazing, because it's always in the plan. But when I just found out that Jeff dies, it really shocked me up. I was crying. I was feeling bad. I was feeling like there's a lot of roller coaster emotions that I have and everything because I just lost a good friend, a good brother to me, and it really shocks me right now. But I just wanted to say that Jeff, we love you and we support you, and of course, this is like the heart swollen, and thanks to Jeff, it gave me the boost, the chance to do something better. I'm a content creator, and of course, it gave me the opportunity to have a great conversation with some content creators from the New York Giants. Even though that I'm a Raiders fan, even though that I'm a wrestling fan, but Jeff, you make me happy. All of this, you make us happy. You put every smile on every day when it comes to the shows, and that will be like a loss because I really love that you see with Eric Cole doing the Monday Night Raw marathon watch alone. That was something great, and what can I say about it? That he represent all of us. He represent all of us for this community, and Jeff, this is really tough. And of course, much praise to you, Jeff, and to your family. And of course, I just wanted to let you know, without Jeff, there would be nothing. The world would be suck. And of course, much love to you, Jeff. I know it's really tough, but we love you, Jeff.
Want to thank you for joining the panel. Unpopular opinion sports, man. Got the floor, bro.
What's good, Matt? Can you hear me?
What's good? I can hear you.
I'm clear.
Man, you know what I'm saying? It's tough, man. It's been really tough for me. You know, I go back and I watch my videos, and I mean, like, when I started Heart of the City, it was just me and Jeff, man. Like, he came on the panel and was like, yo, like, I like what you talking. I was like, that's respect, man. Like, you know, let's kick it, man. So we basically formed Heart of the City right then and there. And to me, that was a signature of who Jeffy T was as a person. Jeffy Turner, you know what I'm saying? Jeffy T85, whatever you want to call him. That was who he was as a person, a genuine person that wants to support people and want people to do good. And it just meshed with us, man, because we connected on a sports level. And, you know, his heart took over, his passion took over, his want to make everybody better took over. You know, Jeff grew his channel. Jeff surpassed me, you know, by hundreds of subscribers, thousands of subscribers. But he never left. He never dissed me. He never said, yo, I can't do it. I got other obligations. Like, man, man, it hits me different, man, when you have somebody like that in your corner and you lose them, because it's like, yo, I'm a dude from the streets. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and like to have somebody like Jeff support me and be in my corner, like, man, you know what I'm saying? It's tough, man. It really is tough, man. But I love and support all y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? It makes it softens the blow just a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? To feel that, you know, I have other people to talk to about this, man, because it really is tough for me, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to make no content, man. Like, it's hard, man. It really is, man. I mean, that dude was there for me, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm no big time content creator. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a Joe Smo, man, but my channel has grown, man, and it's a big part because of Jeff, man. And I don't know what to say, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
I
to
feel
touch on something you said. I'm sorry, but real quick, just to touch on something you said though, NYG. It, you're right. Like Jeff, his channel, the way his channel grew, like you said, Jeff is up over 2,000 subscribers on his channel. You know what I mean? His channel grew so fast, but he never had that like attitude of like I'm bigger than all of this now, y'all. I can't mess with y'all. Y'all small timers now. You know, I'm big time. He still hung in there with us. He still supported us. He still was there with us. He still rode with us, man. And and that's something like to say about the realness of Jeff. You know, where a lot of guys in his position with channel growing the way his did, it would have been like, you know, I'm okay. I'm just gonna move on to bigger and better things, go out to greener pastures. You know what I mean? But nah, he still stayed there and continued to support all of us, help out with all of us, work with all of us. It was just never that. I'm bigger than y'all now. I'm better than y'all. I'm above y'all now. It was just never that mentality with him. It was just always about the support and the love of the Big Blue Crew, hardcore sports, and just everything else, man. Between his love of sports and his passion, it just can't be duplicated. It can't be duplicated, man, and it never will. Like I said, Sundays are going to be a lot tougher this season coming up, man. Not having Jeff just to be able to just chop it up with on Sundays, watching the game after, like I said, after the game, you know, it's just not going to be the same, man. It just won't be the same. But
NYG, I just want to say before I say another thing about Jeff, don't feel like you're alone. Don't feel like you're alone, man. I called up Mac. I called up Zion when I was thinking about Jeff, and I broke down. And I called him up, and I'm like, dude, I need to talk to somebody. And just like Jeff, those two guys were there for me. So hey, man, I'm always here for you. I know I don't have your number, but you know, I'm here to talk about Jeff, or you know, if you need someone to lean on while you're going through it, I'm there. Like I said, I've been through a lot in my life, and Jeff is interesting. How, like I said before, I never knew somebody across the airwaves on a YouTube stream that I never met before would affect me the way he did. One story is, you know, Mac, you were saying he was, you know, a guy who never wanted to leave the group or whatever. Like if he got big time, Jeff never thought about being big time. Jeff just wanted to be part of something, just a talk, a discussion. You know, you get to know a guy when you do shows or you do things and you talk a little bit behind backstage or on the phone. And Jeff was always praising how he loved us, and we're like, Jeff. He's like, oh, you know, you guys do great work. It's like, Jeff, you're the reason why we do great work. You know why? Because your positivity, your energy is what gets people fired up. You know what I mean? I said, never lose that. And I said, like I said, he was that guy that, you know, I'll tell the story. Matt came to us, right? We were doing a show, and you know, our show had some sizzle. You know, we weren't great, but you know, we were feeling ourselves a little bit. But Matt comes to us and goes, guys, I think we need to bring somebody on. We go, okay. Who you got? He's like NYGJeffyT. I'm like, yeah, we know him. We, you know, the guy in Big Blue Crew. We know who he is. We you know, we knew of him. He's like, guys, I think he's going to be really good. And without hesitation, me and Zion were like, yeah, on board, let's go. And we sat there the first night and we kind of hashed out how the show was going to go. We came up with wrestling, and then we talked about the Four Horsemen, and we're like, yo, let's do that. Let's call ourselves Four Horsemen YouTube. And I told Mac the other day, I said, you know, that was one of the best things you ever brought up to us, was because he elevated us. Jeff was an elevator, you know, and I don't mean that in like, you know, he brought people up and down on a building. I'm talking about he elevated the people around him. He was like Peyton Manning when it came to the group. You know what I mean?
That is a excellent, Adam, man. Not to cut you off, man, but that is a excellent, you know what I'm saying, analogy right there. He was the elevator, man. You know what I'm saying? He was the point guard. He was the one that dished out the content. You know what I'm saying? He created the assist. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I don't want to steal your thunder, man, but man, that's excellent, man.
He's like Jason Kidd. He never took the glory, but somehow he ended up with a triple double at the end of the night. You know what I'm saying? So You know, and when he came on to the show, you just saw the energy, and I think it helped me. I think it elevated Mac, me, and Zion, myself, and Mac, because we had to compete with this guy, because it wasn't just three guys hanging out; it was four real dudes knowing real cooler talk sports. With this guy knowing everything, he was like an encyclopedia. I'm like, what are you, the Encyclopedia Britannica? Can I call a 1-800 number and get your knowledge? I mean, my God, you know, he had, you know, it went from A to Z with him, man. You had everything in the book. You were talking, you talking about like rugby and soccer, and you're like, you know, Manchester United, yeah, man. I'm like, man, you got too much time. You watching soccer, but you know, I'm just kidding about that. But you know, Jeff was great, and that's why I mean, he was the elevator. He just brought that energy, always joking around, always on time, and he was also reliable, yo. I mean, he'd be a Joe Shane kind of guy. Dependable, reliable, you know, tough, right? Smart. Like, he's that guy. He was everything that you want in a friend. He's everything you want in a content creator. He's just everything you want in a person. I mean, I would love to be Jeff, because if I lived my life like him, I'd probably, you know, we wouldn't be getting into all these arguments with everything, because I know how to control. He never did that. He just, you know, walked around like, hey, man, You're cool. You're cool. I loved it, man. So thank you, Mac, for introducing him to our group and this show.
Well, listen, man, I want to let y'all in on something. In fact, Unpopular knows about it because I told him last night when I was on his channel. What's going on, bro? Much love.
What's up, man? AK, man. Appreciate you, my brother.
No problem, man. So listen, I found out late on Sunday about Jeff. I believe maybe it was Monday morning. I forget. Kind of all a blur now. But I went out on Tuesday and I went and I bought a custom New York Giants jersey with the number 85, and I put JeffyT on the back. Unpopular and me are going to go to the New York Giants Philadelphia Eagles game in New York, and I'm wearing that jersey up there one time. That'll be my first time in New York and my only time. And that is the only time I'll support them Kellers, only for him. And then that's just going on my wall where it will stay.
Wow. That's powerful, man. That's respect,
I love
man.
that.
For real, man.
I love that.
That's respect, man. The fact that, you know, somebody, and I used to tell Jeff, man, I used to joke around with him, man, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm cool with you, AK. We've been cool, man. You know, we spat around, whatever, man. But we've been boys, man, and Mitch and all you guys, man. You know what I'm saying? But I joked around with Jeff, man. I was like, man, I don't know how you do it with them Eagles fans, because I'll be ready to fight in them chat rooms, man. But but Jeff, man, he wasn't that type of person, man. He said, man, that shit don't bother me. I just go in there, man, to have a good time, man. So for you to do that, AK, man, that's love, man. That's much respect, man. I appreciate
no
that.
lie, Mac.
Jeff would appreciate it, man.
And no lie, Mac, Adam, I would love for you guys to come in that day. I would love to meet y'all, you know.
Listen, I'll try to make it to the I live in.
That's the last game of the season, so I'll try to get up there.
I mean, at least I'll do a tailgate or something with y'all. You know, I know tickets maybe.
Yeah, for sure. I just want to meet y'all, man. You know, I think we at least owe that. You know, I mean, we've all known each other for at least 2 years now, and I wish I could have met Jeff, man. I really do, and I don't want to go with that feeling ever again. You know what I'm saying? So, you guys have always welcomed me. You always have been my brothers. We've always been able to have good conversations. Fuck it, right?
I want to real quick, fellas, since we got a couple new people in the chat that might not have been here in the beginning, man. Maybe I want to run this video back again, because that's how much it hit me, man. I want to run this video back again.
I don't care at this point. San Francisco could put out one of us as the starter at quarterback.
I mean, Taylor Heineke came out. He had himself not an amazing game, but he had himself a efficient game. 26 for 32, passed for 256 yards. He had a touchdown and no interceptions. He had 110 quarterback rating, so that's pretty solid for his first week. For that last week,
Zach Wheeler, Noah Syndergaard, Steven Matz, and who's the fifth one? Jacob DeGrom. Starting pitching's great. We're going to be blowing people away. I don't even think the starting pitching all pitched at one time together. WWE is in the position that they are now, and why they transition more to the indie style based wrestling, compared to what they used to be back in the 90s and the 2000s, where it was more about the big macho man guys.
Eagles fans, this is not making you a Super Bowl team. And I say Boston, because the way they came together as a team, the way they play defense right now, the way Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have stepped up their game, Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year.
How good of a defensive player is Brunson? Because Bridges is all NBA defense. That dude is one of the top defensive players at his position. Yes!
Oh, wow.
Yes! Yes! Let's go! That's exactly what I wanted, and that's exactly what we're getting, baby! Okay. Let's go!
Okay.
That's my top guy on the boards, and Deontay Banks is a New York freaking Giant! Let's go, baby!
Once again, I want to say thank you for Zion putting that together so beautifully, man. Really capturing the essence.
Zion, I would love a copy.
That was
Zion,
Jeffery
I would
Turner,
love
man.
a copy of that if I could, please.
Absolutely.
Me
Thank
too,
you,
Zion. This NYG, man. You know what I'm saying? Love you, brother, man. That was so dope. I know I haven't got to interact with you a lot, man, but we Big Blue Crew, bro. Man,
Absolutely, bro.
that was special, man. That was special, man. Much
Appreciate it,
appreciated.
fam. Just drop your email on my Twitter. I don't go on Twitter, but I'll definitely go check my DMs on Twitter. Drop me your guys' emails, and I'll send you guys that video.
I think we need to take a moment and look at what's happening right now. We are all coming together, right? This is what Jeffery T would want. This is what his message was. This is how he wanted us to all be. He didn't want to fight. He didn't want to argue. He just wanted to have a conversation. He just wanted to talk. He wanted to bring people together. The essence of sports is to bring people from all walks of life together. And so we should take a moment and look at us all on this panel and see what one man actually did. His message came through, just like everybody else in sports. He's brought people from, Randy, I think he's in Canada,
Yep.
I don't know where Raph is, I know, but we're all over the globe. Max and, I don't want to give people's, locations away, God forbid the government. You know what I'm saying? It's just, this is a message.
Fuck that, Adam. I'm in Hampton, Virginia, man. Y'all more than welcome to pull up, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the location shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we are from all walks of life, man. Keep your energy, keep that same energy, man, Adam, bro. That's what we want,
right.
man. That's what Jeff would want.
That's what Jeff would want,
You ain't got
exactly.
something me unpopular. I might come down and see you, homie.
Hey, listen, man,
Well,
I'm never going to leave that energy. And
Come on through, bro.
And thanks to Jeff.
I got you.
Keep it
I hit you up.
coming. So I can't change, and that's what that one thing he told me is not to change. So
Yes.
I'm going to be who I am. I'm going to stay who I am, and I'm going to live who I am. You know what I'm saying? And that's because Jeffy T, every day we would tell that to me every day. Do not stop being you, Adam. That's what got you here. That's what I respect about you, and that's what's going to keep having people be respecting you. Just keep being you. And that's what I'm being. Authentic, the best I can be. You may not agree with me all the time, but hey, man, let's have fun and come together.
All right, Randy, man, just joining the panel. Thanks for joining the panel. The floor is yours, bro.
Yeah, man, I really can't say much that you guys really already haven't said because Jeff is just a great guy, man. He was. I don't want to make this about myself, but I mean, there was points and times throughout the last year, beginning of this year, that I was dealing with a lot, and I reached out to Jeff and asked Jeff if there was at any point in time like he would just sit down and talk to me. He asked for my number right then and there, called me. We spent about 3.5 hours on the phone, just straight up shooting the shit, talking. And I actually forgot why the reason he was even calling, because that's the type of person he was. And I'm forever going to be grateful for what he has done for me and the barriers that he helped me knock down. And like I keep saying, and I'll say it until I'm blue in the face, I'm going to live through that. Jeff's going to live through me from this day on. I'll never let that guy's memory or image die. So just know that even though I'm an Eagles fan, that guy definitely was one of my brothers for sure. And I'm so grateful to be part of not only this great group of dudes, but just to call you guys my brothers as well. So It's great to see the kind of effect he had on all of us.
Right
Definitely, man.
on,
Thank you so
Randy.
much for joining us, Mandy. And I
I
definitely
appreciate
want to contact with you because I know what I learned from all of this is like, even what Unpopular said, like I may not be close to, Unpopular and Big Blue Corner as close as I want to be because it's me being distant and I want to be more closer. I want to be more involved. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yep.
know Big Blue Crew even. I've been so distant from everybody on there. So Jeff, just from this, I want to be more involved. He inspired me to put my videos out there, be more involved in the community. And I know me and you've been talking for months and always me making the excuses about UFC fights and events. And I know Lou does his fight nights and stuff like that. So we all need to, we all need to just remember Jeff and have good times tonight and talk and laugh. Exactly what we're doing. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being here in the chat. Each and every one of you guys for being here on stream with us and sharing these moments, man. Because Jeff touched every one of our lives individually in individual ways, but also in such a short amount of time. And that just shows how beautiful and how amazing soul he was.
Yep. Couldn't have said it better, brother.
And Zion, you really hit the nail on the head right there for me as well. The last 2 months I was on a hiatus. I just decided to take 2 months off and focus on my personal life and my job. And I took it for granted that whenever I would return, everything would be the same. And oh boy, was I turned upside down very quickly. And that's why I came back to YouTube this past Thursday, because I'm not going to take that shit for granted anymore. You're never guaranteed tomorrow.
Facts, bro.
My friends
Facts,
are
bro.
never guaranteed tomorrow. And I'm not going to sit here and take another day off and miss at least having a conversation with all y'all.
And I know you want to say something really quick, Mac, but I just want to say something really quick, bro. Sorry to interrupt you, but I just also wanted to say, if anybody's, like a lot of us can be pig-headed, myself included, when it comes to our, go see a doctor, go see somebody, because you never know. You just never know. And especially nowadays, it could be anything. So if you could just, reach out to somebody, whether it's a doctor or somebody, it's a family, it's a nurse, and just get some help, because you just never know.
Yeah, absolutely, Randy. Neymar, thanks for
That's
joining the
that's well
panel,
said,
man.
Randy. Well said, man.
I want to say thank you for joining the panel, and the floor is yours, Neymar. You have some words to
The
say.
floor is mine. As I said the other day, it's just emotionally, like, I'm upset and everything. Like, what we're going through is not something that I expected. Like, it hurts me. Like, I feel like any place that I go, Mac or NYG or any one of you guys, I feel like any space that I go to, like, I'm mostly quiet because I'm like so sad, like what's happening and everything. And they're like, why are you quiet? Like, I don't have, like, I feel like I don't have the words. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, it kind of breaks my heart, mostly.
Save here, bro.
Yeah, everybody, man. Like I said, when I found out the news, I found out on Monday. I was actually at work when I found out. It was like a gut shot. I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. It was just like, just talk to him. I felt like just talk to him. Like, just no, not even 2 days, not even 2 days before. Like, and everything seemed. He seemed like his normal self. Barring we knew he was dealing with some stuff, but he still seemed like his normal upbeat, Jeff, the guy we all knew and loved, Jeff, man. Like, where he obviously was dealing with a whole lot of pain, and he was pushing through it once again, just being strong for the crew. And in a time where we needed to be trying to uplift him, and he was still focused on just supporting us, man, as a unit, man. This is just something that it's gonna take a while for us to all to get over this, man. Like, it just is what it is. That's, like I said, the guy that Jeff was, man. I don't think any of us have ever been in the same room with Jeff in person, and at the end of the day, we all clearly have a whole lot of love for him, man. This one hits hard, man. It really does. This Jeff was a special kind of person, man. And that just you don't meet Jeffery Turners every day. You just don't meet that kind of a guy every day in your life. They don't just come along.
One of a kind. One of a kind.
One of a
It's
kind.
just
Yep.
absolutely, man. And
I
then
mean,
just
there's not an ill word you can say about the guy. How many people in your life can you think of that you can be like, oh, F that guy or F that person? Jeff is not that guy. There's nothing
Yep.
you can say about him. And I've never had that in a person until I met Jeff, where you're just like, damn. Like, I can't, no matter what. He doesn't annoy you, doesn't bother you. He's just there. Just a person he's being, He never, I like I said, I've never met a person where I could just sit there and say, man, there's nothing you could say negative because all he did was bring energy, and it's just unique. Look at that clip that you showed, right? Every little clip that you showed is what he was about. He's just articulate, smart, and of course the love for everybody. And I think that's what it really was, is that once he came out of his shell, as you said, Mac, and he, started to really get a feel for what he was doing, he just understood what was needed. And that was just love everybody. Just love everybody because, when you build up your empire, you need soldiers, you need people with you, right?
Yes.
And whether or not he was building an empire, which in his mind he wasn't, he was building something, right? And he was going to take us all with him no matter what. And that's just who he was. He didn't, and it's not, I don't think he was intentionally doing it. I just think because of who he was and the personality of what he did and the energy that he had and the radiance that came off that man, I just think he was that guy. Every time I went to a stream with Jeff, I knew I was going to be good because I was going to get my turn on the mic and I was going to get a respect, let my opinion out. And as soon as he came out, he made me excited too because he would do this intro that you're like, I'm just a normal jackwagon. This guy is making me feel like I'm, John Madden or something. So it was always good to talk. And, Jeff to me was more than just a content creator. He was, it's almost God puts angels on this earth. And I think he was like an angel, because, the way that he radiated and brought people together. Look at this. Look at how many people in this chat right now. What, 8, 9, 10 of us? And there's a couple more, 11 more watching or something like that. I mean, that's over 20-something people here for one guy. That's what angels do, man. That's special stuff right there.
Yeah, Adam, you're right. When you every time you popped in, look who got Adam Costas in the group now, folks. Like, he was just so joyful and so high energy. There was times when you're like, I don't even think I can match this guy's energy today. I mean, like, shit, did he drink 12 Red Bulls? Like, but that was Jeff. That was him. And that's what I loved about him, man. It was just that he brought it and you had to match his energy. Otherwise you were left in the dust. And like Mac, you said, man, he was climbing. Sorry, go ahead, Zion.
Oh no, my bad for interrupting, Fandy. I was just gonna say real fast. It's funny you said that because usually on big takes in a sense, maybe the Brooklyn Nets getting eliminated, we'll usually have probably Adam go last on those kind of stuff because his energy and other kind of takes are big news. Adam is usually that energy guy, but when Jeff and the Nets, it's like Jeff usually goes last because it's just unmatched. Like, Adam says his energy and you're thinking not going to get beat, right? And Jeff comes on and you're like, oh, it's me. And one thing I want to say real fast is what you guys all talked about. It's like he never just wanted to. He reminds me of someone like Jay-Z. Just doesn't want to take a break, doesn't want to look at the trophies, just wants to go to the top. Someone like Tom Brady. Yeah, I won one Super Bowl, but I'm not gonna spend my time looking at the Super Bowl. I'm gonna go. And I remember one time having a conversation on the phone with him. And
YouTube.
Yeah, and then I'll be like, Jeff, can't you just he always like, oh, it's because of you guys, it's because of Big Blue K, it's because of Big Blue Corner, it's because of Premium Takes. And you used to always say, I'm like, Jeff, just shut up and take your compliment, man. You're doing great, man. Yeah, like, and he's like, no, okay, fine, Zion, I'm doing great. But then anyhow, I have to do, and he was always looking ahead, and he was so great. You're not looking ahead of anything to try to be something. He was being himself, and he loved what he was doing. And that's what I love most about it. And I'll let you guys go.
The same thing. I said, Jeff, take your roses now while you can smell them, right? Because you never get to take the roses when you actually need them. And every time I'll get off a conversation and he would tell me how, oh, you're doing so great, or you're doing this, and I would, give the compliments right back, say, hey, man, you're doing a great job. Like, nah. So, Jeff, take it, man. Take it, because, praise needs to come. You know how hard it is to get praise at anything that you do in life? You know what I'm saying? Your everyday walks of life, your job, your boss. How many times your boss slapped you high five for doing your job, right? So you sometimes need those compliments to keep going. I know Jeff's compliments kept me going. So, yeah, I'm going to reciprocate those. So I always just tell him the same thing Zion said. I'm sorry to, cut everybody in, but I just knew when Zion said that, I said the same thing to Jeff, just in a different format.
Yep.
Facts. Yeah, Jeff never would take a day off. Like, I would tell him, there was times, he would come in and he'd be like, I'd be like, man, how you feeling, Jeff? Because if you watch Heart of the City, I always started off like, how's Jeff and Coach feeling? You know what I'm saying? But we would talk about that before we come on the show, and I'd be like, man, Jeff, look, like, you good? He'd be like, I'm all right, NYG. I'm like, man, you don't sound too good, bro. Maybe you want to take the night off or whatever.
Nope.
That
Nope.
dude is
Mr.
not
No
taking
days
the
off.
fucking night off. Nope. He said, no, we're doing this fucking show. Like, let's go. Fire it up. Yeah, we good money.
Same
I'm
way.
like, you sure? He's like, NYG. Go ahead. We good. I'm good. I'm like, all right, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And he would still be able
Yeah,
to channel
man.
that energy too. He would still be able to
Yes,
channel that
the whole
energy,
show. The whole
no
show.
matter what.
He never fell off. Right.
Fact.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
He'll come on too and popular, and he'll be like, how you doing today? He's like, oh, just had a busy week of streaming and I'm kind of tired, and his energy will kind of drag, right? But like, we knew he's always gonna be himself, right? So as soon as the show would go live and it was his turn to talk, it was just full on prestigious energy. That's what it was. It was prestigious. The way I'm so honored to got to know this guy, and I'm proud to call him a brother, because of the fact that, like, it's just his Adam said it perfectly too. Like, he just had a radio voice, man. This guy was not gonna leave anybody behind, and he treated everybody the same. Even if he hasn't met you, even if he just met you, and you're coming to the comments, like, he treated everybody the same, and he didn't look down on anybody, no matter how big he got. And that's what I love the most about him. There's so much times on YouTube or anything in life where people do get distracted and get so hypnotized in them. But Jeff was about the community, and that's what I love the most about him.
Hardest working man on YouTube, man. I mean, every time you would see a stand-up or a short about wrestling or some trade that happened, I was like, yo, where's Wojnarowski? I don't need Wojnarowski. I got Jeff Turner, man. Like, I don't need any of these.
Right, Adam.
Exactly. That's facts, though.
Right
As long as we had Jeff, you didn't need anything else. You're right. You didn't. He had it all. He had the breaking news. He had everything you needed, man.
Back to back, man.
It didn't matter.
NFL.
They can say
MLB.
They can say so and so signed, and a minute later, Jeff had a video out already. Like, damn, like Johnny on the spot.
Jeff would be like, if Oscar Myers came out with a new wiener, he would be like, check out this new goddamn hot dog. I got it tricked out to the nines. I just did 12 of them in a row. Like, what? I did a food video, bro.
Right, like a trade happened. You're like, wait, that guy got traded? Thanks, Jeff. Like, I wouldn't have known that if I didn't have his if I didn't subscribe to his channel and he did his little stand up. You know what I mean? His little pop up with his little head in the video and the thing in the back. It was also so funny.
Yeah, I have to say this. I have to say this real fast. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have to say this. Like, no one, not anyone on stream, not anyone I've seen in the YouTube community use the community tab as much as Jeff to communicate with his audience. And that was just awesome. Like, every day, not only videos, but everyday posts, if you guys want to vote on something, it was just so amazing to see. Go ahead, sorry to interrupt.
No, I mean, Jeff is the beacon of light, man, and really is a great dude to know because the encyclopedia that I'm gonna call him the encyclopedia because, like I said, that guy was like Stump the Schwab back in the day when that show came out. He had every little nugget of knowledge.
Stump the Swab.
Stop the swap. That's old.
Well, I guess I'm
You went
dating
old school with that one.
All right. Well, I'm just saying. Remember that show? He used to ask the guy sports questions, and he used to know everything.
I know. I used to watch it.
For all the listeners that don't know what that is, it was like it was a great show. This random dude who used to look like he sat in his couch for years, would just sit there and you'd ask him sports questions, and he'd be an encyclopedia. That was Jeff. He would just know. And you'd have a conversation about a player. Hey, you remember this guy? I mean, he and I went back and forth with players. I'm pretty good on knowing some knowledge stuff. I pride myself on doing that. That was one of the things. And when Jeff would come around, I'm like, yo, Jeff, man, high five, man. You know a lot of stuff. I like this, man. We used to get into an in-depth conversation. I called him up about wrestling once, because I'm a almost 40-year-old man, and I never knew anybody who liked wrestling. They always used to laugh at me, and I was like, all right, man, I'll just keep it to myself. Now I got kids, so I got an excuse to kind of like, hey, I watch it because my son watches it now. But he was always like, yo, just telling me how WWE would come together, and just to find out there's other passionate wrestling fans out there, and that he was still watching. I was like, yo, man, I don't feel alone anymore. I feel weird to discuss grown men throwing themselves through tables. I mean, what other
right?
I mean,
Adam, he make you feel included, man, because that's how I felt about the dang on Brooklyn Nets. I'm like, nobody like the damn Nets.
Oh the thing was,
I like the Nets. I'm like, okay, cool, shit.
Man,
it's like we all know, like,
I was afraid to say I was a Net fan until Jeff, man, he would be like, yo, remember that time when Jason came? I'm like, yo, I went to the 12-win season. I went out in the snowstorm. You know what I mean? He understood my pain. You understand being a Net fan. You got to understand what pain is. They're not even really a good franchise. They don't really have a great. We had Dr. J back in the day for like a little bit, but that was it. And Jason Kidd at once.
Dr. J and Jason Kidd. Yeah, that's like the legends.
Like the Knicks have this whole history in New York and everything. And I know this is a sports show, but this is what Jeff. And then here I am. I used to watch the Nets in college, and then there was nobody else that would watch it with me. And then I'd watch the Nets myself. No one really talked about them because they were second fiddle until they got like the trades going, right? JeffyT was great to talk about because he brought my Nets passion back. You know what I'm saying? Because I watched this. I went to a game just to watch the Lakers play to see Kobe because it was a snowstorm. The tickets were 25 cents. Okay, like that's how bad this team was.
Damn.
25 cents.
What was this, 1940?
No, this is
Adam's really 78, guys.
I paid $1.
Right.
He brought 4 tickets. I got $1 for these tickets. The 25 cents, they were just giving them away. That's how bad they were. And we were like, oh, let's go. It's February, whatever. Lakers are in town. We'll go. Nobody was there because it was a snowstorm happening. So there was like 12 people in the stands watching this game go on. Brooke Lopez was like, hey, thanks for coming out, guys. Right? And we're out there. We leave the stadium, and it looks like there's alien ships coming at us because the freaking plows have these huge lights, and they're plowing the freaking parking lot. I'm sitting here in my little sedan trying to get out, get back. And I'm like, this is what dedication is to the Nets. And it wasn't until I met JeffyT where I found out there was another Net fan I could vent with that understood my pain.
Well, it's the thing about Jeff, too, that was awesome was like, we all know, like, he was a passionate New York Giants fan, Brooklyn Nets, New York Mets, New Jersey Devils. But the thing is, I could ask Jeff a random question about the damn Charlotte Hornets or something, and Jeff will break down their whole roster, their damn leading scorer, this, that, and the other, and about some random, about any random team, man. Like, he could just cover it all, man.
I don't
like
need Wikipedia. I just asked Jeff. We should start.
Just ask Jeff, exactly.
You know what I mean? That's what
he knew their owners, their damn general managers, their coaches. It's like, I'm sorry, what?
Remember Stephen A.
He knew more about your team than you did.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yep.
He's like, oh, I have the Brooklyn. Like he was like Stephen A. Smith, who actually did his research. Remember, Stephen A. would be like, I know the mama and the mama's mama and the grandma mama. Jeff knows everything. He knew. I don't know what he did, but man, because that guy absorbed information and hold on to it. Because like Max said, man, we were talking just sport. That's why it was so great to talk about him, because he wasn't just funneled into like, oh, let's just talk Giants. You know, you could talk whole league with them. I used to have whole league conversations about, hey, remember this guy, remember that guy, this guy, that guy. It's like, yes. It's not like somebody who, when you just talk Giants, you're like, oh, you only know your frame of reference. It was just everything. You know,
and you guys say all that, and he knew about music, he knew about movies, like eras, like all that shit. It didn't just stop at sports. It's like he was that.
Oh. Listen. Okay, when I first created Hardcore Sports, bro, we would all sit around every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we would all get together backstage and hang out. And we would create our logos, we'd create our backdrops, we'd do all this and that. Jeff was there every step of the way. And no lie, dude, we would talk from sports, every single sport, to food, to movies, to video games, to music, to celebrities. I mean, dude, it would go on. And the next thing you know, you'd look up, 6 hours has gone by. It would be that way every single day, every single weekend. And it was like that for literally a year, bro. And I'm telling you, man, like, the conversations I got to have with that kid, I have never cried laughing in my life the way that kid could make you laugh. Holy crap, man. He was funny without even trying to be funny.
Right. He didn't even know it. He was himself. You're like, oh.
Oh my God. And that's things I'll never take for granted, and I can never get back. I got to spend a lot of quality time backstage creating art with him and doing shit. I mean, dude, it was just, I think, you know, yeah, his knowledge for football is great and all that, but the main thing Jeff was fucking amazing at, bro, was just being a friend.
Yep.
Good dude. Yep.
That is it. You know, and it did not matter who you were, what race you were, what you looked like. The dude did not judge. He was never rude. He never hated. He just fucking loved people, and he loved being a friend.
He loved this. This is where he thrived, where he could be with us, with a group of people that, you know, like I said, he just like, there's so many things you could say about him that, you know, describe what it is. Like I said, look at us all together. We've all been touched in a way by Jeff without even knowing each other. And here we are coming together as a group, talking to each other right now. And I hope to keep in contact with many of you as we do shows and work together. But, you know, things happen, life happens. But one thing that I will take out of this and learning and living with Jeff is that, you know, just got to enjoy life, man. Just got to enjoy being a content creator, you know, enjoy our sports arguments. You know, I'm gonna try to turn it around myself and start to listen more, because I think, like I said, you know, people remember how we talk to each other, right? And if you fight on streams, they're gonna take that animosity out there. So I'm gonna try to make it where it's more of a conversation, because that's what Jeff did, man. Because he just made it a conversation. He made it fun. He made, you know, there's days where, you know, you're sitting at home. You're about to get ready for a show. You got your wife, your kids, you got kids pulling on you. You've been out at the pool all day. Your freaking brain is fried, and you get the premium takes, and there's Jeffy T just chugging along, being positive, asking you how your day was, gives you a little snippet of energy, and you're ready to go. That's it. You're just ready to go. You're locked in and ready to go. And that energy is magnetic. And I want to, you know, I think part of me lives vicariously through Jeff, because at one point I remember me being him. I used to know all the sports guys, and then, you know, I started.
Yes, he was, Joe. Yes, he was.
Out beside the ears, but, you know, I want to get back to being me. Like the other day, I fell in love with the game. Why? Because I took away the fighting of the sports, and I just sat there and I thought, well, what did Jeff do that made me get so fired? I mean, he just enjoyed it. He just let you watch it and enjoy. And so I took a step back from some conversations, and I really come back to myself and try to figure out how I can give that energy back. How can I, you know, be the content creator that Jeff wanted me to be? Because there'd be times when we would have conversations, we're both fired up, and I'm like, yo, how can I bring this energy here? And I think it was because I was too busy we're always trying to be right. I don't want to be right anymore. I just want to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fair enough. That's good, Adam. I like that. Yes. Yeah.
Jeff was that guy. He didn't care about being right. He just wanted to have a conversation. That's what I'm
doing. Like, bro, look what he did. Like, in all honesty, we all fucking hated one another at one time. Like, our teams. He brought two teams together. Like, you guys are family to me, man. I see you guys just as much as I see my own family, you know? And, like, No lie, he brought two teams together that should not be together. Usually we
Yeah,
bite
you're right
each other
about
enough that
that.
now we can sit up here and just have a normal conversation. That's amazing, bro. Do you know how effective that is? That's powerful.
Very, very powerful stuff there, man. Jeff. Mm-mm-mm.
And Jeff would be loving these NBA playoffs right now. That's what he would be loving. All
He
right.
picked the
He,
Nuggets to
Absolutely
win.
would.
He picked
right?
them Nuggies to win. So last night he would have been happy.
He would have loved it if
Sorry,
he did.
sorry,
Yeah,
Zion.
he picked the Nuggets. Exactly.
Yep.
You Gucci.
And that's
We're gonna okay.
Bro,
Hey, Jokic is, every time, real fast. I know it's about Jeff, but real fast. Every time Jokic made, that time when Jokic shot that three, I wasn't even mad. I'm like, dude, that guy's such a beast. I have so much respect for Jokic. But it's gonna be a
9
good
triple
series,
doubles.
and Jeff would have loved every minute of that game last night.
Yeah.
bro, his Mets just beat the shit out of my Phillies, and I gladly take those losses.
so,
You're
I
gonna have
mean,
to, AK.
we're in the NBA finals.
Listen, I would gladly take those losses, bro. No lie.
But that's what I'm
They
saying.
suck anyway, man.
Let's go Mets, man. I don't even like the Mets, man, but
I don't even like them. Let's go.
They got rained out today. The Mets got rained out today, unfortunately. But
No, it resumed. It resumed, Mac. It resumed.
oh, they did resume. Oh, they did resume.
Yeah, because they're playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're playing my Blue Jays. Yeah,
Oh, your
right.
Blue Jays.
yeah. We were supposed to do the game
Amanda.
actually. Me and Jeff were gonna do the game. So that's another part that kind of hurts about today. So
Thank you,
Unfortunately,
Amanda.
we are at our limit. So
Thanks you, Amanda, for stopping in. And I appreciate you stopping in. And yeah, you're right. Jeff was a passionate soul and a great friend, man. And he will truly be missed, especially be missed by this community and just missed in general, man, because he was a great person. And I'm sure the way we all feel about him, people that knew him personally, I can only imagine. You know what I mean, Jeff? I just wish I would have had an opportunity to stand in the same room, shake that man's hand at least once, man. And just chop it up to him sitting across the table from him or something. You know, Jeff was just such an awesome person, man.
I would have gave that guy
Guys,
such a big fucking bear hug, Mac.
guys, real quick, I'm I don't know if anybody. I want to bring Miz on. I'm going to.
All down.
okay, well that was easy.
Appreciate you, Randy. That was made that
You need to
easy.
leave, but come back on if you'd like.
You know what's going on, guys?
What's going on, Miz? The floor is yours, man. Thanks for joining the panel.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Man. Oh, hard to find the words like last week. That still was unbelievable to me. But about Jeff, man, Jeff was great. Like other people said, every day I would look to see Jeff. It's funny, years ago when I first started on YouTube, the guy that I used to look every day to see if he made a video was Entertainer. But it's funny how Jeff took over that spot for a lot of us. I mean, I feel that way for myself anyway. Every day Jeff was
That's facts, though.
videos,
Facts,
and
yo.
Jeff became the guy. You know, so and the thing about Jeff too, he did it like in the dark. Like he wasn't, you know. Sometimes I'm loud, other people are loud. He really wasn't allowed to get people's attention. He did that shit in the dark, meaning like under the radar. Like just that Jeff was a really humble guy. But like I said it last week, and I meant it. If there was anyone out of everybody on here that was headed for a radio station, it was Jeff. He just had that talk about him that I feel like I know personally I don't have. That Jeff, he just so calmly talk sports and find the right words at the right times. And I really thought that he could be a man that you would be listening to on the radio on an overnight one day. I don't know. It looked like he was headed that way. I just the way he sounded. It's definitely sad, man. I thought maybe this year we all would be together for a game and we all would meet each other. And obviously that meant him also. But I think Jeff, like Adam says, man, he's just such a good guy. He just, he knows knows how to bring out the good in everyone. Sometimes people want to argue. I'm included in that. I like to argue about sports sometimes until you realize that something like this happens. But he didn't do that. He had a different way about him. And if he did argue, he did it with a laugh. You know, you always had that laugh. So, unfortunately, we won't have that anymore. And it stinks. You know, I was like, you know, Jeff would have popped out something about the Giants the last 2 days. Jeff would have popped out something about the NBA Finals definitely today. You know, he probably would have done the game last night. You see him on the live streams all the time. I mean, you know, not live streams, doing the games live. So I just don't really know what else to say. Last week, I had nothing to say because I was real upset about it. And it's also weird because you never met a person, but the person you feel like you've known them forever. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure you all feel the same way.
I felt like I've known Jeff for like 20 years. That's how tight me and Jeff got. I felt like he's been one of my best friends for forever, basically, man.
Absolutely, man. And I would just say this, man, to a testament to that, what you guys are saying, man, as far as, you know, knowing somebody even though you don't know them in the physical realm, because I'm gonna tell you, man, when we met up, when Mac, you know, Lou, you know what I'm saying, Pat, Joe, Big Blue Corner, Rodney, you know what I'm saying? When we all met up, it was like we've known each other for years.
Yep.
Like we didn't, the chemistry never altered. You see what I'm saying? So don't take this space or this, whatever they call it these days, this space or this channel. Don't take it for granted, man, because we do know each other. We just haven't met in a physical realm. You know, I know a lot of people physically, but I don't talk to them on that type of level like I talk to you all. You see what I'm saying? It's people I grew up with. So does it mean that you grow up with somebody that's supposed to automatically tie you to them for the rest of your life? No. You're allowed as a human being to formulate the people that you care about. You're allowed that. You're not assigned a certain family. You're not. So, you know, Jeff was fam. Matt, fam. Lou, fam. The Big Blue Crew, fam. Everybody on this panel, fam. I don't know you, but you fam, because if you was in my city and you was just be like, yo, NYG, I need you, bro. I'm down here on the side of the road and broke down. All right, where you at? I got you. That's how we get down. You know what I'm saying? And that's how Jeff got down. And I guarantee you, man, he would have did that for any one of us, man. But y'all go ahead.
Facts.
Yeah, he definitely will give you the shirt off his back if that's what you needed. So.
He absolutely would have.
Not many people like that in this world, man. Not many people like that, you know, who will just, you know, who are selfless. You know, Jeff was selfless. He never thought about himself. You know, think about it. You know, every time you talk to him, it was never about him. It was about you. You know, it's hard to do that. You know, normally, I mean, try to have a conversation with somebody, and he just was always trying to find out how your day was. You know, I don't know what his philosophy was when he woke up in the morning. I don't know, but I know that those kind of people are the ones that always find the good in anything, any situation. And, you know, he is a tough guy, probably the toughest person I know for now. And like NYG was saying, I talk to you guys, well, some of you guys every day, you know, and I talk to some of you guys more than my own friends. I've got friends of 20 years or so, college friends, you know. And I mean, I don't know Mac for a year, right? A year or 2 years or whatever it was. I talked to him more than I talked to like some of my homeboys I went to college with. You know, Zion, we've been having chats on the side for a long time. I didn't think I could meet somebody all the way across the United States over a platform and just, build a friendship. Jeff was the same way. Jeff lives in my state. I mean, man, I wish I could have had a chance to, go up and hang out. I mean, our lives were so busy, but he lives in my state. Yeah. So, I mean, this is I just love that his love that he's getting and the love that he brought to all of us, because we would have never have met each other and hung out and learned about each other. I think that's what Jeff liked to do. He liked to learn. He liked to listen. He liked to get to know you. We got to, find out what makes you tick and kind of build you up. He was, like I said, he was an elevator. I don't know how to describe him. We're in the sports realm, so I guess you would say like a guy like Peyton Manning who just elevates everybody no matter what the situation was. That's Jeff. It's hard to find people like that. They're reliable, humble, kind people.
Man, all you guys talking somehow, I don't know, it just came to my mind. I don't know why. But I don't even know if it's possible, but it would be really cool, man, if there was some way we could do like a content creator weekend camping thing once a year where we all get together and hang out, find a location that's kind of equal to all of us, and we can all get together for one weekend of the year and just kind of hang out and chill and that I don't know.
Do an annual retreat.
What do you mean, hanging out like friends? What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I've just
met. That's what I was telling you.
Get what the fuck?
I can't be seen with you in public, man. My credibility will go down.
Hey, wow. Okay.
You're an Eagle fan to me.
Okay, here comes the hate. I like it. Here we go. Let's do it.
See, that's the energy right there.
I don't mess with
Eagles.
That's the energy right there.
Hey, you
I would love to do it as long as it's a legal state.
Amen, brother. I'm right there with you.
The Eagles
sound real scared right
Eagles
now,
Giants
Zion.
game.
You sound real fucking scared.
Come on, Zion. This is
Eagles Giants game, man. That's what I'm talking about, yo.
I would do it.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Break.
I'll be down for something like that.
Yo, Ralph, stop staring at my screen like that, Ralph. You're scaring the children. You look like a perv.
I would love to.
Sorry.
What is the Eagles versus Giants? Is that the end of the season?
Yeah, the one in MetLife is the last game of the season.
Away that game.
Yeah,
the one in MetLife is the last game of the year.
Oh yeah.
And I will be there at that one.
The cartoon
always be
face.
ending with the Eagles, man.
They can't see you. You got to get.
We can see you.
What up, Bo?
What were you thinking, Eagles? Were you thinking like a darkness retreat?
A darkness retreat.
Forget I even.
I was just joking.
No, man, that's Aaron Rodgers.
No,
man.
we're not New York Jet fans here. We're Giant fans,
right?
Okay. We don't want to live in a dark hole to figure out whether or not we want to play football. I'm going to go into a dark room and wonder if I want to content create anymore. I feel like I do. Here I am. Give me a break. Sorry. Gotta bring a little heat. Jeffy wants the heat, man. He's like hot sauce. He wants to be on fire and fuego, man. Let's go.
Oh man,
that's the energy right there.
Yeah, that would be fire though, man. Shit, Giants, Eagles.
No,
are you kidding me? Well, how much more fire do you get than that?
I'm popular.
We're going Christmas Day.
At least somebody fucking agrees with me.
Take your presents. We're going. Tell your family you're not coming to Christmas this year. You're camping out at the link because we're going. Christmas is coming at the link. That's what we're doing. Because the game at the end of the year, all it's going to be is a giant hangout. I want some meaningful football. I want to get punched. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. You need some energy. You know how you walk into a stadium? You got to walk into the stadium with some energy. this is the reason why I don't go to games with people because
Bro, no, stop.
Nah. I'm with you, Adam. I'm with you, Adam. Let's go to the link.
No,
Let's
you
go to the
can't do
fucking
that,
link.
bro, because you can't have me walking into the fucking link with a New York Giant jersey on. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? No, you can't do that. That is,
listen, we would be your security. We would explain to people, listen, he has a valid reason for doing this. You know what I mean?
Bro, that is sacrilegious, homie. You can't do that.
This is, I'll tell you the story, right?
Nah, we do well. We do well with security though. Ask Lou. Ask Lou. Yeah, we had to calm some Kansas City fans down.
No. Dude, my YouTube career would be ruined, home dog. I would never.
Giant Cowboys game, right? Some guy was tailgating. He was handing out beers. Well, he didn't know how old we are, but he was handing them out. So we took them, right? So he looks at me and he hands me the beer because he's a Giant fan. He goes, "Oh, I'm going to give you this." He looks over at my friend is about to hand him the beer, and he goes, he's wearing a Cowboy jersey. He's like, "Listen, I'm going to give you the beer, and if you want to give it to him, that's your problem, but I can't do it. He's a Cowboy fan." So I understand what you're talking about when you're talking about wearing the jersey. I get it, but this would be a good circumstance.
I know, but I'm talking me personally deep inside. Like,
listen, I'll tell you this story. I lost a bet to an Eagle fan. They told me to put a jersey on. I said, screw that ish. I just let it hang on my wall for a week because I could not put that green on my body. I just could not do it. You know, just couldn't.
Ralph,
sorry,
would you mind if I take you out for a minute so I can bring Earl on and let him say a few words?
Okay, just for a few minutes. Okay, got it.
Yo, and real quick, while he's swapping them out, Adam, do you remember how close I was to becoming a Giant fan? Do you remember that fucking stupid bet I made with Jeff?
Yes, you were.
Oh my God!
You would have had to own up on that, man. You had to burn all your stuff. I would have came over just you did a live. I wish it happened because we could have live streamed that. That would have been a great live stream. You burning your Eagle stuff, it would have been great.
All
right, fellas. Earl, welcome to the panel, man. Thank you for stopping in, man. The floor is yours. You want to say some words?
Absolutely. What's up, bro?
I just want to say good evening to everyone, and this has been what a challenging week for me personally. Boy. I don't know where to start. I really don't. Changes at work, losing Jeffrey, a lot to deal with this week.
We're here for you, man. We're here for you.
Monday night, Monday was the most hardest broadcast that I have ever done here at Hardcore Sports, and to lose Jeffrey in the fashion that it did, it crushed me. I got to work with Jeffrey one last time on Saturday afternoon, and I would have never have thought in a million years that I would never see him again or talk to him again or laugh with him again. To wake up Monday morning and get that phone call in the middle of the afternoon was riveting. I don't know what to say anymore because I'm at a loss for words.
Nah, we here for you, Earl.
We here, Earl.
That's NYG22, bro. Like, we here for you, man. You can always reach out to me, bro. I feel the same pain you do, man. I work with Jeff, man, for 39 weeks straight, man. We did Heart of the City. We did not miss a fucking episode. Like, I feel you, bro.
Yeah,
don't feel alone.
Yeah,
right, you know. in the chat wants me to play the montage again. If you don't mind, I'm run it back again, man.
I don't care at this point. San Francisco could put out one of us as the starter at quarterback.
I mean, Taylor Heineke came out. He had himself not an amazing game, but he had himself a efficient game. 26 for 32, passed for 256 yards. He had a touchdown and no interceptions. He had 110 quarterback rating, so that's pretty solid for his first week. For that last week,
Zach Wheeler, Noah Syndergaard, Steven Matz, and who's the fifth one? Jacob DeGrom. Starting pitching's great. We're going to be blowing people away. I don't even think the starting pitching all pitched at one time together. WWE is in the position that they are now, and why they transitioned more to the indie style based wrestling, compared to what they used to be back in the 90s and the 2000s, where it was more about the big macho man guys.
Eagles fans, this is not making you a Super Bowl team. And I say Boston, because the way they came together as a team, the way they play defense right now, the way Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have stepped up their game, Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year.
How good of a defensive player is Brunson? Because Bridges is all NBA defense. That dude is one of the top defensive players at his position. Yes!
Oh, wow.
Yes! Let's go! That's exactly what I wanted, and that's exactly what we're getting, baby. Okay. Let's go! Okay. That's my top guy on the boards, and Deontay Banks is a New York freaking Giant. Let's go, baby!
Once again, shout out to Zion for putting that beautiful video together, man. Much appreciated, brother. And every time I ran that video back so many times myself before we even came on air, and now like a few times on this stream, and the whole video is excellent. But every time I see that part at the end when he was reacting to the draft pick of Deontay Banks, and just that, it just so much sums Jeff up, man. His energy, his excitement, his passion, his love. It just will never be replaced ever. It can't possibly be replaced. It can't ever be duplicated, man. It was just that was Jeff right there, man. And all summed up right there. That reaction, how he that's the love he had, man, for everything, his conviction, how strong his conviction was about everything he loved about the sports teams he loved, the New York Giants, the Brooklyn Nets, the New York Mets. That was the kind of energy he would always bring for those teams, man. Good, bad, or indifferent, man.
And that's the kind of energy he had when we did the wrestling streams together. There were times where I just didn't have much in the tank, and Jeff just complimented me with it, and he brought the energy every single time. And I think what hurts me the most, like I said before, I'll say it again, I got to work with him one last time. And again, it was tough. It was tough because he was so excited about doing Double or Nothing with me. And I knew something was off. I felt it, but I didn't want to express it. And I soldiered on that night. But to have lost him in this fashion is just, it hurts. Because I lost somebody that we all lost, somebody that was passionate, knowledgeable. He loved everybody. He loved working with people. He loved working with people who compliment him. And I will never forget him. For 1.5 years of my life, I got to work with somebody who was incredible. And
Yeah.
I know God has given him his wings. But Jeffrey, I'm telling you, you have left an indelible mark on everybody you worked with. And I am indebted to you. And I thank you for the 21st Raw episodes we did together. I had fun with you. The pay-per-views, the wrestling experience. I thank you, my friend.
Absolutely, Earl.
You will never, ever be forgotten.
Absolutely, Earl. He never will, man. His memory is gonna live on, man. His memory will be there forever, man. Jeff, he left his mark, man. He left his mark on all our lives,
Who
man.
made a montage?
Zion put that video
Sorry, Mac.
together.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I
Zion
keep
put,
seeing comments about it, but I haven't.
I'm gonna close the
Zion
show
said.
out with it when we get ready to close the show. But
Oh,
I'm
okay,
definitely
cool.
close the show out with it as well. But
Because I keep
yeah,
seeing comments about it, but I haven't seen it.
Jeff's impact, man. The mark he left on all our lives, man, is just imprinted, man, in all of us, man. And he's up there watching us all, and he's still up there rooting just as loud as he has been, man. It's just
He's talking to the big guy to make that 11-6 happen.
and he probably is negotiating something right about now. You're right, because that's Jeff, man.
I love it.
Let's make it happen, man. He's like, let's make it happen. Super Bowl or bust, baby.
Well, listen, guys, I got to get out of here, but I appreciate each and every one of you. And,
Thank you, AK.
now that I'm back, I will definitely get a hold of you guys and we'll do some work together for sure. We got a big season coming up. And,
Winner in mind season 2.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We've got a big season coming. Y'all face. I'm back both twice. Let me tell you.
take the back seat where you belong. Relax, young one.
Whoa. Calm down, boys. Calm down.
All right, guys. Well, you all
Have a good one, AK. Thanks for stopping on, man. Really appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, no problem. You guys have a great weekend. Be safe.
You too,
You
AK.
too, man.
All right, homie. Peace.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good one, AK. Much love, bro. Yeah, we got a big season. I don't know about them stinking seagulls, them pigeons of the sea. I know the Giants got a big season coming up.
Now you just jinxed us. Way to go.
Yeah, I remember Jeff, man. He was my first guest that I ever had on my show. My first season when I was doing the show by myself, the NFC East Roundup on Wednesday nights. Jeff was the first guest I ever had on there, man. Came and did the first guest spot on there. It was kind of a last minute thing, and like I said, he just was like, he was down, man. He was all the way down with it. And he came and he brought the heat. He brought the thunder, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you,
like only he does.
Mac. He said he always told me his favorite shows was Heart of the City and Premium Takes. He said because he could talk about whatever he wanted to on those shows. You know what I'm saying? Because we cover obviously all New York sports, and then you guys were going in, what I'm saying, with your show, what I'm saying, and that's what he
Yeah.
always told me. He's like, look, he said, NYG said, I love Heart of the City, he said, but premium takes, that's my shit. He said, Heart of the City, that's my shit too. He's like, basically, what I'm saying, those are my two favorite shows because I can go on there and I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. I'm not restricted to Giants or Nets or Mets. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to talk about everything. So that's the type of person he was, man.
I wish I could have seen that, man. I wish I could have seen this.
We love the same music.
I would have loved to see him on the mic rocking some karaoke.
Oh, that's amazing.
The Biggie Smalls,
Yeah,
man. Like that.
listen, man, I'd be right up there with him, that Biggie Smalls.
Oh my goodness, I would have loved this, every minute of that, man.
I remember when Jeff was added to the Raw watch along. Mitch asked me. He says, "Do you want a co-pilot?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. I've never seen any of Jeff's videos. I never did work with anybody before." And when he was brought onto the Raw watch along, it was instant chemistry. We just, it was almost like, the Raw watch along. It's almost like friends inviting friends over and want to sit down in the living room and watch TV together. That's the way Jeff was. That's the way we had that chemistry. And
real quick, Nimar, could I pop you out real quick and let
go
J-Lay
ahead.
come on and
Yeah,
speak?
go ahead. Go ahead. I'll
All
pop
right,
him later, probably.
All right, well, thank you.
You didn't even let him finish saying goodbye, Mac.
What up, y'all? Yeah. Damn, Mac.
Oh,
my bad.
What up, Jay?
Hey, Mac. Hey, I appreciate it, Mac. I appreciate it, man. What's going on, everybody?
J-Lay, man?
What's going on, y'all?
What up, bro?
First off, I'm just
going
gonna
on,
start by
Jay-Lay?
saying, rest in peace, Jeffy, man. I've already gave my piece and talked to, what I'm saying, what he meant to us and what he meant to me. And of course, we already know that his spot's never going to be taken. He's always going to have a seat here at the Big Blue Crew. It's just going to get dusty from now on. We got to clean it up every now and then, you know what I'm saying? But what's going on, y'all, man? I'm just getting off work, fucking these 12-hour shifts through my ass. But other than that, I'm doing good. Friday, I got paid today, so that paycheck made me feel a little bit better.
That's awesome. I love it.
It always makes me feel better. Man, I swear I be bitching Wednesday and Thursday, but as soon as Friday roll around, I'm like,
look at that check,
yeah, it doesn't last long because it flies right out the window. But yeah, it's good to see the number for like a hot second, and then you're like, oh,
right,
yeah, it is. I'll but by Tuesday I'll be bitching again. Like, damn it, I shouldn't have got that KFC. You know what I mean?
I got mind control over the economy. I get paid, I'll be smiling. When I get broke, I'll be bitching again.
Oh my God.
Anyway, y'all, to Jeffy. I know I drink whenever it's Jeffy, you know what I'm saying, but to Jeffy.
No doubt, indeed.
Love it, Jeff.
Eat somewhere? Sorry. I got something else in here, but I can't show that. But
all right, guys, we're gonna be wrapping up soon, man. Everybody got anything, last thoughts you want to get out and say? Man, we can get them out right now because we're gonna get ready to wrap up soon.
I just want to say real fast, thank you guys all for joining tonight and coming and living and live streaming with us tonight. And thank you guys all in the chat. I just interrupted you, bro. Deal with it. That being said, I'm gonna pass the mic.
Build the goddamn wall. I was already talking.
Let's send off our guests, as they can.
Build the goddamn wall. Keep the fucking Hawaiian immigrants out of California.
And that's how you get
God damn. I was speaking, sir. Shit.
Damn, Lou, every time I see you, the microphone.
No homo.
Hey, yo, Lou, you can talk now.
And that's how you remove. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing.
Oh, go ahead, Lou.
No, Lou, we put you in the closet.
All right.
It's
Well,
called
the
timeout
illegitimate
if you watch
child of
Oreo.
Bob Costas
Put
sent me
people
to the
in
gulag. No homo. You know what I'm saying? If you got a good friend that you haven't seen in a while, you got somebody that your heartstrings have been tugging on you to call or check on or go see or reach out, do so, man. Life is short. Tomorrow's not promised. You never know what kind of monkey wrench the world is going to throw in your plan. Make sure you let the people you know around you that you appreciate, that they are appreciated. Because it's moments like these that let you know how fleeting life is and how in the twinkling of an eye, your whole world can be turned upside down. So make sure you tell the people that are important to you how important they are. Make sure you live every day to the fullest and try to make memories. Don't live your life like this in your fucking phone, okay? Life is not in this phone. Life is out here, bro. Make memories. Live life. Enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying? And make sure the people that you love know that they are loved, bro. And on that note, that's all I got to say, man. I fuck with all of y'all, bro.
Have a good evening.
No doubt, no doubt, no
I
doubt.
guess, am I next? Well, closing thoughts. Like I said before, rest in peace. Lou pretty much said it all. But as far as the Giants, though, Daniel Jones is thrown for over 30 touchdowns this year. He's thrown for over 30.
Oh man, that gets you a timeout.
I'm telling you, with the speed that we got, man, and especially if Barkley doesn't come back, he's throwing for over 30. He'll have no choice, or he'll just
whatever Bellinger just shooting into his body, keep shooting it, baby.
Hey man, with Bellinger, Waller, I mean, a rookie is a rookie with Hyatt or whatever. But I mean, if things fall right, I don't see why Daniel Jones can't throw for 30 touchdowns or more. But that's my hot take. Everybody know this defense is gonna be top 5 next year. Other than that, man, thanks for having me on. Rest in peace, Jeffy. Y'all hug y'all loved ones, man.
No doubt. Thanks for coming on, J-Lay. Appreciate it, bro.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
All right, bro. I mean, I know it's hard to say what more left to be said. You know what I mean? We pretty much said almost.
Let the rest of the guests. Let them. You got Raphael, Miz, Rodney. You guys got any last words about Jeffrey before we get up out of here? And we're going to close the show.
I want to say, I hope that. So hopefully, not really in to talk about sports, but if the Giants have a good season, then we'll obviously, dedicate some of those big wins to Jeff. We'll just bring, we'll bring them up, touch on him while we're having whatever celebrating the wins. But that's for later in the year. So just for tonight, man, it's hard to find the words really, because like I said, man, we knew Jeff, but we never got the chance to actually hang out with him. And usually when you hang out with someone, you get to know him more. But I like what we do know of him, so we'll just keep those memories. And hopefully, it's not even hopefully, Jeff, come Giant season, Jeff will be sitting on a cloud right above us watching the games. We all know that. So
you already know, man. You already know.
Oh, well said.
Jeff, rest in peace. That's it.
Have a good night, Miss.
The only thing I can say is, just keep in mind, keep in memory of that energy that he always brought. Keep that in the back of your mind, the energy that he always brought. So for everybody that does content, just remember that and bring that same energy to what you're doing as well. That's another way you can remember him by. Just keep that same energy, because like I said, it was infectious. He made you want to get up the same way he did. Shout out to you, Zion, for that montage, especially at the end. And you just saw the energy. We need to bring that same energy to any and everything that we do. You know what I mean? So rest in power, Jeffy, man. You're going to be missed, bro. You're gonna be missed. You're gonna be definitely missed, man. But y'all guys had take it easy, yeah.
Thank you for coming on, man.
Not a problem, man. All right.
Yeah, I think I'm the last ones to say that about it. I just wanted to say salute to everybody else in the chat, and much love and respect, and much blessings to Jeff. I know he's up there in the sky watching us, make us happy. And of course, I gotta tell you something. This one is dedicated to Jeffrey. The Giants gonna win the championship against the Eagles for the conference championship, and the New York is gonna take the W against the Eagles. And this one is dedicated to Jeffrey. So I just I'm praying.
Speak that into existence.
Wow. The show's called Premium Takes. That was one of the biggest ones we've had so far.
And I know,
thank you.
He can hear us. I know he can hear us, but I think this is the moment to say that, hey, if the Giants can win this championship against the Eagles, I just wanted to say this one is dedicated to Jeffrey, because he's one of the greatest content creators, and he provides everything on the play-by-plays from the New York Giants. And of course, much love to you, Jeff. Much praise to you. And I hope the Giants could win the championship, and this one is for you, Jeffrey. Much love.
All right, well said. Have a good night, Raph.
Well said, Raphael. Thank you. And Joe Zuleta, man, thank you for coming into the stream tonight. Much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. And I wish I had a chance to get to know Jeff on the level that you did, obviously. And condolences to you and all the rest of his family and friends. And
we miss you, Jeff.
He was a special one. He was a special one for sure. No doubt indeed, man. And
absolutely.
We're about to close this out one more time. I'm gonna run this video back one more time, man, because that's how much it meant to me. We just gonna close this out, man. Rest in peace, Jeff, man. You will always be remembered. You will never be forgotten, man. This has been a special edition of the Premium Takes, a special tribute to the one and the only NYGJeffyT 85, man.
Throw those
one
floors
love,
up.
Jeff, man. One love, bro. One love. The Horsemen will continue to ride. Your seat will never be taken, my man. All right. We love you, Jeff, man. I'm going to run this video back one more time, y'all. Have a good night. Thank you all for coming into the stream, man. We really appreciate it. Thank you for all the kind words.
I don't care at this point. San Francisco could put out one of us as the starter at quarterback.
I mean, Taylor Heineke came out. He had himself not an amazing game, but he had himself a efficient game. 26 for 32, passed for 256 yards. He had a touchdown and no interceptions. He had 110 quarterback rating, so that's pretty solid for his first week. For that last week,
Zach Wheeler, Noah Syndergaard, Steven Matz, and who's the fifth one? Jacob DeGrom. Starting pitching's great. We're going to be blowing people away. I don't even think the starting pitching all pitched at one time together. WWE is in the position that they are now, and why they transitioned more to the indie style based wrestling, compared to what they used to be back in the 90s and the 2000s, where it was more about the big macho man guys.
Eagles fans, this is not making you a Super Bowl team. And I say Boston, because the way they came together as a team, the way they play defense right now, the way Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have stepped up their game, Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year.
How good of a defensive player is Brunson? Because Bridges is all NBA defense. That dude is one of the top defensive players at his position. Yes!
Oh, wow.
Yes! Let's go! That's exactly what I wanted, and that's exactly what we're getting, baby. Okay. Let's go! Okay. That's my top guy on the boards, and Deontay Banks is a New York freaking Giant. Let's go, baby!